No, perfect. Have not lost a region game. They're 18-3 overall. They're currently the #1 team in all of 4A, and they've got the Thunder, who are right there on their heels at 8-2 in region play and 15-5 overall. They're ranked 5th in the latest top 5 poll, according to the Des News. And bringing my man Mike McGarry in. I think Southern Utah has been pretty excited about this one since the first matchup when Wilgar got a buzzer beater to beat Desert Hills at the Horn.
Playoffs begin tonight. At least that's the feel we got here, let me tell you. No, D, you're absolutely right. This is a great rivalry. Once again, I think most everybody looking forward to the year weren't quite sure, but had a pretty good feeling these two teams would be right where they are. 1-2 in Region 9. Here they are once again, having played, as you said, an incredible game once before. Now they're here to do it again, and it's pretty obvious. Dixie wins. Region 9 is there, game, set, and match. If Desert Hills wins, okay, well, we got to go one more game and see what happens.
Yeah, it looks like this for everybody, the playoff picture. Dixie is going to own the tiebreaker because they haven't lost. So Desert Hills does not have the tiebreaker, but they can at least put a banner up and be co-Region 9 champs. But Desert Hills is locked into the 2 seed, even if they win tonight and on Friday night, and Dixie were to lose tonight and Friday night. But the 1 and 2 seeds are set. Meanwhile, Hurricane and Canyon View, they're still jockeying for that 3rd and 4th. And Snow Canyon's mathematically not eliminated, but a win tonight by either Canyon View or Hurricane would about do them in, and then they're on a bye, so they have one more loss than everybody. They have 7 losses to just 4 wins. So Snow Canyon on the outside looking in with just 2 games to play for everybody. And it's been a fun Region 9 season, but we started to slowly see some separation, and then all of a sudden last week when Snow Canyon beat Canyon View, they had a chance to knock off the Flyers, and they almost did before things got away from them late in the 4th quarter, and the Flyers ran the record to 10-0.
Yeah, I heard you and AT talking about it during your show earlier today, and I was there with Andy. We did the ball game, and I got to tell you, that was unbelievable. The Snow Canyon, I think, played about as well as they could play for about 3.5 quarters, and they definitely kind of failed down the stretch, but I think it said a lot about the quality of Region 9 again. But the other thing it said was, what do you do with the Dixie Flyers? I think they won 2 games this year. They really should not have won, but they did, and now they're 10-0.
Yeah, the Hurricane win out there in the Tigers' Den. They snuck that one against Desert Hills with Wilgar's putback with about 0.4 seconds on the clock. But here they are, 10-0 on the road tonight at the Thunderdome. It's senior night, so there's going to be a lot of fun things going on with the cheerleaders and the seniors being honored tonight. We're going to have some performances, so it should be a fun night. And there's really about no seats left here. So the nice thing about Desert Hills Gymnasium is there's a lot of standing room around the top and the rail, so if you're on your way over, you'll be able to witness the game. You just not have a seat for the night, and it's going to be that much louder in here for this one as well. He's Mike, I'm Devin, and this is the Roy's Pizza and Pasta pregame show. Hey, if you're tuned in on TDS Cable Channel 22, or you're going to watch this game on our website, sportsradio977.com, how about ordering up some Roy's Pizza for the game tonight if you can't make it over here to take this in live? Roy's Pizza and Pasta.com. Call for takeout or delivery at Roy's, and they'll be moving soon to their new location. So if you stop by and eat at their current location, they give you a voucher for some free mozzarella cheesy bread when they open up and move to their new location in the shops at Zion. Right now, the seniors for Desert Hills being announced, and some pleasantries. There's Tyler Weber, Tucker Peterson, the twins, Ryan and Tyler Mars, Taylor Cox, and Trey Allred. And one more senior coming out, I think, is the final senior, and that's Joshua Wilkins. And so you have all of the seniors getting a round of applause. Mom's got some flowers, and we're closing in on some basketball. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more of the Roy's Pizza and Pasta pregame show. We're going to talk Camping World keys to the game. We'll get our locker room coaches' comments and inch closer to the Sky Mountain starting lineups and the tip. 10-0 in region play. Flyers take on the 8-2 Thunder tonight on the Triplecast. Don't touch that dial.
And next, we're going to move into the Tempest line. First, Cotton Thank you so much. And now for our Desert Wheels High Cheer Squad seniors. Captain, Allie Basil, David and Nikki Basil, parents. Co-captain.
Pregame show, and Mike, a lot of excitement building for this one. Let's take a look at some of our locker room coaches' comments. And appreciate Tom and Ty and the guys. They're a tradition in Southern Utah. They have everything for athletes. 514 North Bluff Street. As they say, the game doesn't start until you leave the locker room. And over the season, we've had a lot of chances to talk to these coaches. I got a chance to talk to both coaches today. And there was a theme between both Coach Wade Turley and Coach Cuff, two very veteran, experienced coaches, that this battle is alive and well. If you remember back to the fourth place game at State, Dixie won it on a buzzer beater. You go back to earlier this season, 2-point buzzer beater by Wilgar. You go back to when Quincy Matthews was here, he had a buzzer beater to beat Dixie. Desert Hills also stole a game last year in the regular season at the hangar, but then lost here as the Flyers made some free throws late. So we've had this rivalry go back and forth, but the theme that both coaches said to me, they love playing each other late in the season because the playoff atmosphere is alive and well, and it really gets them ready for some good crossover games that they're going to see from some of the Cache Valley teams next Saturday.
Absolutely, and they need to have that practice, so to speak, against each other. You know, they love playing against each other. There's no surprises at this point of the season. As they know each other, they kind of know what to look for, what to expect. I think the real key in tonight's game is going to be execution, which team can actually execute the things that they know that they're going to do. They know what the other team's going to do as well, which I think, you know, Carson Bottom, man, this kid's been on fire recently. I love the way he plays. And Tanner, he's the kid that can really put him on the back and, you know, and take him home. But on the other side, you got Tyler Weber, Tucker Peterson, Ryan and Tyler Mars, and they have a good support staff as well. They got guys that can step up, and I don't know, maybe tonight's difference is going to be an X factor.
Yeah, no doubt about that, and that's what both coaches did talk about. They said, we're going to probably mix it up. Both coaches admitted, we went back, watched the film. Coach Turley was quick to pinpoint that on that final Wilgar putback, we had a smaller guard trying to box him out. We can't have that mistake happen again tonight at home if we want to beat a team that hasn't lost all season long. Coach Cup also said that we've got to have a one-game-at-a-time mentality. We're going to have to adjust depending on what they do early in this game. So I think the chess match will continue between these two coaches as the game progresses.
Yeah, and I mentioned a couple of players. You got to have guys step up and do what they do well. I mean, you know, you got guys knocking down points like Bottoма, 13.5, 15 for Tanner Cup. Guess what, guys? They need that again tonight. They really need the big guys to step up. And, you know, Desert Hills can match it. They got Tyler Weber. They've got Tucker Peterson. They got Ryan Mars. Each of those 10-plus as far as averages. But I'll tell you what, I think even more to me than sometimes than the scoring, it's the rebounding. It's the post game. It's who can go in and control the boards. And actually both teams got some pretty good, but I may give a little lean to Desert Hills in that category. Yeah,
the Desert Hills Thunder did get clobbered on the rebounding in the first matchup. That's going to be a point of emphasis tonight as we welcome in our television audience on CEC TV and Sports Radio 977.com as the 10-0 Flyers take on the 8-2 Desert Hills Thunder. Second to last game of the season before the playoffs start next week, next Saturday to be exact. By the way, we anticipate maybe some shuffled times, but the default time for those next Saturday playoff games, 5 p.m. on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Wanted to take a look at some of our Camping World keys to the game in just a minute, but let's do this. Let's take another 60-second timeout, and then we'll come back and dive more into all the storylines before a big-time Region 9 battle here tonight. It's the Roy's Pizza and Pasta pregame show, and it continues after this break.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
Devin Dixon, Mike McGarry with you, and we're about 7 minutes left here in pregame. They introduced all of the seniors at Desert Hills on the team, cheer, drill, all that. It's been a whirlwind for the last week or two at Desert Hills High School. They named a new football coach yesterday. I got a chance to talk with him earlier today right here on 97.7 ESPN. Mark Murdoch, he was an assistant coach at Snow College, grew up in Payson, spent some time at Independence, at JC in Kansas. But they also had the swim team win state last weekend. They also just recently had their drill team win state. Both those teams are going to be honored at this game tonight at halftime. So there's been a lot going on with sports at Desert Hills High School over the last couple weeks.
What you're saying is business as usual. They really had an incredible programs with an S there, because they really do attain a lot of honors, a lot of things. Congratulations to all that goes on. Just a note, I think it's going to be interesting to watch over the next year or so as the new high school begins the growth and some changes takes place, how much that may or may not affect what goes on actually at both the schools, but more here at Desert Hills.
Well, speaking of both schools, it came out officially today. Desert Hills official yesterday. Today, confirming with Mike Baer, athletic director, as well as Charlotte Campbell, the principal, as well as talking with Coach Blaine Munkers himself. He's coming home back to Dixie High to be their football coach after Andy Stokes, who took over for Blaine Munkers after he won 2 state championships at Dixie, headed to Timpview. So both these teams have a lot going on right now with the coaching carousel in Region 9. 4 new coaches, because Hurricane, Dixie, Desert Hills, and Canyon View all have new coaches going into next fall.
I thought when you told me that he was coming back to Dixie, and I just had this vision when the other coach left, where they go, oh, then they heard who's coming. Oh, because they're such good coaches, and everybody knows who they are. Dixie, I think, is in great hands once again. Don't know much. I don't know much about the new coach here at the Desert Hills, but he's got some good stuff, good practice behind him. I look forward to nothing more than same kind of stuff continuing on.
Let's take a look at our Camping World of St. George keys to the game. And you want the keys to a new RV, fifth wheel, motor coach, lightweight travel trailer. Right now's the time. Your adventure awaits. Hilton Drive, St. George, Camping World, stgeorge.com on the web. And don't look too far ahead, but their big annual anniversary super sale is going to happen March 23rd and 24th. They've already started to roll out some savings. And I have it on good word that if you head into Camping World this weekend, they've got some NASCAR tickets at Las Vegas Motor Speedway and hot passes. All you have to do is stop on by, enter to win through President's Day, and you can get your hands on that if you're feeling lucky. Stop on by over the President's Day weekend. Let's take a look at for the Dixie Flyers. Mike, a couple things I think are going to be important. I want your thoughts as well. Transition defense. If Desert Hills they scored 79 points last week, so they want to push the tempo. Can the Flyers continue to be as good as they've been all year long in that department? And then can they continue to get that pressure D to create turnovers? And then can they get the Desert Hills bigs in a little bit of foul trouble and get to the free throw line? A couple things for the Flyers. What do you think is going to be important?
Yeah, another I think it's important is Dixie, for some reason, has had a little bit of slow start over several ball games. They somehow managed to come through. I mean, obviously they're 10-0, but I'm not so sure they want to do that. I think a key for them tonight is they've got to have a good, solid start. And the other thing is, and I know we said, but turnovers. I watched the other side. Snow Canyon was beating Dixie, looked good, and then he did a couple of mental errors and TOs, and it changed the whole tenor of the ball game. I think for Dixie and for both teams, actually, you got to maintain possession of the ball, and you got to play 4 quarters of basketball.
At Desert Hills, a couple things, too, to add to that. Rebounding, they got beat in that first game in that department. And then tempo. What tempo do the Thunder want to play with, and can they establish that tempo against this tenacious Dixie defense? And then the three-point shooting. Desert Hills has been 3 for all. They've been getting from Tucker Peterson. Tyler Mars can step out and hit them. You've got Tyler Weber that's a capable shooter. Lindstrom is the guy that can stroke. They've been hitting 8, 9, 10 threes a game. Will that continue against the Dixie defense, where they'll probably be more contested, not as good maybe in the shot selection department? Can they stay hot from downtown? We'll see.
I agree. They've got at least, I think it's 4 players that have at least a dozen threes or more. And, of course, leading the pack is, where to go there, 34 by Tyler Weber, and then Lindstrom not far behind. I think that's a key. I think that they like the up-tempo, but they've got to play it in a maintained format. They can't just go wild, because Dixie has the horses to play with them.
By the way, there are 2 other games going on tonight. If you're looking for those games, Pineview is hosting Canyon View, and that game is on our sister station, News Radio 94.9 FM, 890 AM, KDXU. Andy Griffin, Andy Thompson over there on the call. Audio on newstalk890.com. And then Chris Holmes has the call. Cedar is hosting Hurricane tonight. Jackson Last trying to put up another huge performance. That one's on 590 KSUB or KSUB590.com. You can get all these games on our mobile apps as well. So busy night here on a Wednesday at Region 9 Hoops, Mike.
Yeah, it really is. And we talked about it right at the beginning of our pregame here. Each one of these games have significance. Every one of the games tonight involves a team that has a chance to either better their position or make it a little bit shaky. I think the 4 teams have kind of shown they're the 4 that are going to go. But where? What's the ranking specifically when it comes to Hurricane and Canyon View?
Yeah, if they both win tonight, they'll be in. They'll lock in. Dixie wins tonight over Desert Hills, we'll know they'll be outright Region 9 champs, and a chance to run the table will go perfect on Friday in their final game against Cedar City, who only has 1 win and sits at the bottom of the Region 9 standings. Well, those are your Camping World keys to the game, as well as a look at the standings going into tonight here inside our Roy's Pizza and Pasta pregame show. Both teams getting some warm-ups in right now. Let's do this. We'll take just a quick 60-second break. When we come back, we'll inch closer to our Sky Mountain starting lineups after this on your Region 9 Radio Network.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM.
Welcome back. Mike McGarry alongside me. I'm Devin Dixon, and this is our Findlay Volkswagen Game of the Week. We'll see the all-star lineup that features America's best warranty, 72,000 miles, bumper to bumper, at Findlay Volkswagen on Sunland Drive. And Mike, both teams just finishing their warm-ups, and we'll get the starting lineups and introductions in just a second. But give me your thoughts on this one. I know we've kind of hit it from every angle, but what are some other things you think are going to be really key tonight?
Well, I go back a little bit. I think the inside play is going to be key. And then I think the other thing you mentioned is three-pointers. Both teams have guys that can knock it down. Will they be able to here tonight? Is Desert Hills going to feel a little more comfortable on their home court? I got to tell you, I've called a couple of games here for Desert Hills, and they've won, but they haven't looked that great. And they gave up one here to Canyon View. So that's going to be really key in tonight's game. I think once again both feeling like, well, we're in the playoffs, we know that, but now they're playing for pride right now.
Again, packed house, there's standing room only at this point in time. The student body section's got a blackout going, and I think they got some kind of flash mob plan for tonight because they've all got these like flickering red, green, blue, black, like styrofoam strobe lights.
Ah.
So It's about to get a little bit crazy, but we're going to take one more final timeout, wrap up our Roy's Pizza and Pasta pregame show because we're going to pay tribute to our great country, our national anthem, and then in the public address remark, Musgrave will get ready to announce the starting lineups for both teams. We'll come back. We'll give you all the totals, averages from the starting lineups, and get you ready for the tip after this minute and 30-second timeout.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to our set here of Talking Point Live. We're just getting ready to shoot our show, but we thought we'd put out a little bit of a promotion so you know when this is going to be rebroadcast.
Right. You can find us at 9:30,
12:30.
4:30.
Sorry. Did I step on you? I'm always stepping on you.
You are.
Tune in and watch me step on Jen Moore. On Talking
Or
Point Live.
attempt to, anyway.
You can hear the crowd. One of the students at Desert Hills, a stirring, emotionally charged rendition of our national anthem. Early in the anthem, the crowd was on every note, eating it up. It was really nicely done. I don't have that name. I apologize, but I'll tell you my name, Devin Dixon, Mike McGarry. We got the best seats in the house for what should be a fun one tonight.
Hey, no kidding. I've told people for years and years that this is a great gig. I'm sure glad you and I got it because they kind of save us seats, give us a good thought, and much while they pay us to come here. So I'm all right with all of that. I'd come even if they didn't. This is great stuff.
They're lowering the light down right on center court, getting ready for the Thunder. And our Sky Mountain starting lineups. Time for the visiting Dixie Flyers, and you can hit to Sky Mountain, located in Hurricane. Beautiful views. Don't forget to bring your camera. Right now they got the peak season punch card where you can play 9 holes for as little as $19 a month. And the grounds crew has outdid themselves this winter. The course is absolutely fantastic. You got the big man inside, Derek Cox. And for Derek Cox, Mike, 6 points, 4.4 rebounds a game, and assists a game. And then you've got Brody Henderson, the point guard. He averages 3 assists, 4 points a game, and almost a steal and a half. He's also a decent rebounder from the guard line, but he's really a gritty defender. And then you've got the other wing players in Tanner Cupp, who leads this team as a junior among 10 seniors on Coach Ryan Cupp's roster at 15 points a game. Last week he had 27 in a win against Hurricane, and then followed up with 15 in a win over Snow Canyon. And then Carson Bodema, who might be the emotional leader of this team as well, as second in scoring, 13.4 points a game. And then you've got Will Garr, who just decided on signing day a week ago to go to BYU as a preferred walk-on instead of taking a scholarship offer from SUU, Dixie State, among other local schools. The scene is set. Thunder getting introduced right now. And there's your flash mob, Mike.
Hey, that's freaky stuff. I'm loving this, man. It's unbelievable.
The PA announcer, Mark Musgrave, running through them. You've got Tyler and Ryan Mars both starting tonight. Down inside, the swing guard and Tucker Peterson will start alongside Tyler Weber, and the point guard is Trey Allred. Those are your Sky Mountain starting lineups. Allred averages 5 points, but almost 5 assists per game. Lindstrom's going to come off the bench tonight. He's 9.8 points a game. And then your other starters, the Mars twins, average almost 18 combined. Tucker Peterson's about 12.5 points a game, and Tyler Weber's a double-digit scorer at 10 points per game. So a lot of production in Coach Turley's starting lineup, but he does have a very productive bench as well.
Yeah, he certainly does. As I said, he's got the horses. He can go deep. You know, a guy like Allred, I really like him. Some nights he doesn't seem to have it. That is the shot. But he's always in there diving, bumping, scrapping, you know. And then other nights he's got it, and he can knock him down from anywhere.
Nicely done by the student body section.
I like this stuff.
Which is packed. You know, we're seeing the creativity around Southern Utah. Dixie State's got their curtain of distraction with the signs, and then at Snow Canyon, the Jungle, they've got their laser light show.
Right.
Here they do different every time. Tonight they dropped the light down and then had the flash mob. A lot of fun no matter where you go. Always a good time. Some of the chants this year have been very entertaining. Dixie's student body section is here in full force, but outnumbered certainly by the home team, the Thunder. Tip is in the air. It's brought to you by Soltis Financial Advisors, and it's won by the Dixie Flyers. And they're wearing all blue with the white numbers. Thunder all white with the black and gold trim and black numbers. Cup out top, going to go right angle inside. Henderson hits Cox, gets it back. Brody for three, no good. And rebound Tucker Peterson. He waves off Trey Allred. He'll bring it down court himself. Thought about a pop three instead. Now they'll set up the offense to the point guard, Trey Allred.
Tucker Peterson, that's what he does. He just goes down, gets a rebound, gets a putback. Whatever you need, he does it for you.
Brother to brother, Tyler to Ryan. Wraparound reverse. Ryan Mars has the first bucket of the night, and it was a pretty one.
Boy, nicely done. Good pass. And then I don't think they realized, I got two steps. He took him and laid it in.
2-0 Desert Hills on the one-law scoreboard. One Law, your dedicated personal injury attorneys, will keep track of the score all night. Free throws brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Three-pointers presented by Team D Auto Sales. And, of course, throughout the night, we're going to be looking for some awards to hand out as Cox is down low and he skips it across Wilgar off his hands out of bounds. That pass was nowhere close.
Yeah, that was a no-looker, and it looked that way because it went right between two players. Neither one of them were even thinking about it.
We'll name a Dats Trucking Player of the Game, so we'll keep our eyes out on that. We'll name one for each team tonight, plus our Playmaker Play of the Game brought to you by AWP and our Jimmy John's Super Sub. All that coming up when this one is complete. A minute and about 15 seconds in, 2-0 Thunder. Weber and Allred outside. They're going to go right at the free throw line. Mars puts it on a dribble, goes up, challenging Cox.
The lean out, couldn't quite get it to go down.
So our first trip to the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line, where you get the unlimited car wash membership for $25 a month. And Wilgar steps up, toes the line, and makes the first.
Wilgar, another player I think just gets better and better from last year to this year, and almost game by game.
Second free throw is no good. Rebound Tucker Peterson. Rebound set brought to you by Red Rock Real Estate. Hundreds of local agents that can help you buy or sell in the southern Utah area. Go to redrockrealestate.com. Here comes Weber on the right angle, looking inside to Mars. Cox is fronting him. Now Tucker Peterson flips it down inside to Ryan Mars. Challenging past Cox with the speedy move. Mars has back-to-back buckets, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Thunder.
Boy, what a nice quick step to the bucket. He kind of laid that up and under the outstretched arms of Cup.
Tanner Cupp's going to take the team D3. No good. Bottom a head fake on an offensive rebound. Step into about a 14-footer, and bottom's good for Carson Bottomer.
You know, good choice there. He had an open three, but he thought, whoa, I can go in 2 or 3 more feet, have a better two, and he did.
Mars off a screen from his brother. Now goes pick and roll with Ryan, and Ryan's fouled. Either Bottomer or Cuff, as they were both there. And they're going to get Carson Bottomer with his first personal foul.
How many times do you think they've done that on the court behind the house there? I mean, now you knew they both looked at each other like, okay, you know what, yeah. And it's a beautiful pass, just took a foul to stop it.
Look up on the Riverside Business Insurance clock. We've played just a couple minutes. 5:42 left in the first quarter, and Ryan Mars' free throw after a nice little pick and roll and a hard foul is good. So Mars has 5 of the Thunder's 6 points so far in this game tonight. Have one more, and that one's up and good as well.
You know, that's a key we really didn't talk about, but I got to tell you, free throw shooting could be a real key in this game tonight.
6-3 Thunder. Wilgar goes left side. Bottom has got some strength tape on the right shoulder. He's been wearing it for the last 3 or 4 games. Wilgar, triple threat position. Goes to Henderson, out of Cuff on the baseline. palms the ball, fade away from about 12, and he got it. There's Tanner Cuff.
How do you stop that? He's good size. He stepped in and then fell back and put it up and in.
5:12 to go first quarter. Thunder lead trimmed to 1, 6-5 on the one-loss scoreboard. Tyler Mars on a dribble, hits Tucker Peterson. Peterson crossover, pump fake, gives it to Allred. Allred goes inside to Mars. Cox really leaning on him. His coach telling him to go straight up, and then Ryan Mars goes around him and with the left hand.
Wow, Cox that time kind of made a mistake. You're right, D. He was leaning on him. What he wasn't thinking of, that guy go around me. He did.
Ryan Mars has all 8 Desert Hills points, but Bottoма answers with the little baby floating right hook.
Boy, a little push shot about 5-6 feet out. Both teams, D, playing at the top of their game right now.
8-7 Thunder. Mars, handoff to Weber. Weber, team D3, a little too strong. Off the top of the standard, up high, and that's going to be dead ball back to Dixie High.
Yeah, it hit that support that comes down, and that is something that is out of bounds. But it hits right on top of the backboard. No, that's still in play. But the support, T.O.
It changes where the rebound would have been, and that's why they whistle it dead. And that support standard is not straight up and down. It's leaning up into the above the basket at a 45.
You can buried it.
Under 3 minutes to go, and a steal. First quarter action. Allred trying to go up, and he's stripped away. But they say he was standing out of bounds. Brody Henderson came out of there with the ball, and it'll be back to Desert Hills.
Well, I'm not sure if he was actually standing out of bounds, but you know what? He went out of bounds, and he couldn't come back in and grab the ball. Either way, I think it would have been a TO. It was.
D Hills leading 13-9 over the Flyers. Inside it goes to Tuck Pete, right to the rim. No, might have been partially blocked or challenged. Jace Bennett's off the bench for Coach Cuff. At the other end, a block up high, but I think he got Carson Bottomer with the body. That might be 2 on Ryan Mars.
Yeah, Ryan's got to be a little bit careful. He's such an aggressive player. He's always going hard, but sometimes maybe a little too aggressive. I think that was it. He's like he went down, laid a good block like a good tight end would do, then went up and blocked the shot.
Bottoma's got 4 points, looking for more at the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line, and he got the first one to go. Hey, got a Hearst Ace Hardware update. Cedar City and Hurricane. How about this? Cedar leads by 10 at the end of the first quarter.
Wow.
16-6 our score.
Man, that's huge for Hurricane. Tigers need a pretty good comeback there.
Yeah, Snow Canyon doing some scoreboard watching to see if they can cling to life going into their game on Friday. They're off tonight. One more for Bottoма, and it's good. He's got 6 to lead the Flyers. Ryan Mars has a game-high 8 right now to pace the Thunder.
Yeah, Westfall checks in for the Flyers. First time he's been in tonight.
Jacob Barbin also in for Coach Ryan Cuff. Allred slow walk, chest high dribble across half court now. Going to get into the motion of the offense. Goes to Tucker Peterson straight away. Now Weber looking inside for Taylor Cox. Hasn't entered it into the post yet. He could have a number of times, it looked like, but Westfall making that entry pretty tough. Now they go to Peterson, fadeaway jumper. That's good. Tucker Peterson.
How do you stop that? Wow, little head and shoulder fake, and then a layback, put it up and in.
Tucker Peterson's got a couple buckets, 4 points, 15-11, Desert Hills by 4. Cuff turns the corner and got it. The harm came in, and then he hung and hit it off the window, and the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity for Tanner Cuff.
I'll tell you, that is really, really a smart play. The coach across the way there, not too happy from Desert Hills, but Cuff did what he had to. Look at him here. He leans it back into the defensive player, but he needs that pass.
Kind of fortunate to get the foul called. Cox did put his hand on the back, but he didn't extend the arm.
Yep.
Could have been a no call. Free throw missed anyway, but it's tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Dixie Flyers. And they trail here at Desert Hills High School to the Thunder, 15-13 with 1:58 left first quarter.
Cuff will sit down, and back in Wilgar. Under 2 minutes to go, a 2-point ball game, quarter 1 tonight.
It's been electric in the Thunderdome. You got Wilgar, Barbin, and you got Bottom, Westfall, and Bennett on the court for Coach Cuff. Cox, Allred, Tucker Peterson, Trevin Lindstrom, and Weber on the court for Coach Wade Turley, who's got his lucky tie on tonight. How many times do you think we've seen Coach Turley with that black and gold striped tie?
A lot. Man, they win a lot of games, too. So
Inbounds to bottom of back out Barber. Good look at a team D3. No. And over the back called on Jace Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett was going, thought he had a good chance. Had a good block out by the Desert Hills defense.
So here comes Tucker Peterson to inbound it. A little three-quarter court trap defense applied here. They skip it to Lindstrom, who steps it across half court. Now baseballs it back to Weber, who makes a one-handed grab and then collects it with two. Now Weber out to Trey Allred. That's what Dixie will do. They'll pick their moments to try to put a little pressure on you. But this time the Thunder handle it. 1:32 on the Riverside Business Insurance clock. First quarter. Desert Hills leading by 2. Weber wants more. No. Way too strong on that triple.
Yeah, he was really bothered, I think, by the defense. Tried to shoot higher. He shot longer.
Barber behind the back. Over to Westfall. Westfall rocks the cradle. Now goes handoff to Bennett. Bennett spin move around a screen. Nothing there. Pretty good defense here. At least initially by the Thunder. No trap on bottom. He goes to Barber in the corner. Drives baseline. Help comes. Barber terminates the dribble and then flips it straight away to Bennett. Left side, Westfall with 54 on the clock. And they try to slip a screen to Bennett, and Lindstrom with the thievery, and Lindstrom is going to be fouled on a reach-in attempt by the Flyers.
Yeah, I think Jace Bennett got a reach on that. I thought that was great defense that time by Desert Hills, David. And then they kind of anticipated what was finally going to happen and got the turnover.
I think these two teams know each other pretty well.
Yeah, way too well almost.
It's almost like they knew that set, huh?
Yep, yeah.
High pick and roll, and he sagged off it and jumped the pick and roll. Tucker Peterson from Sampson, who just checked in. So Sampson checking in for the first time tonight. Tucker Peterson going to hook pass it to Mars, and Tyler Mars too strong off the glass. Had a good look. Here comes Wilgar. Hand off to Cuff. Cuff didn't get a sit down very long.
Nope.
Back and Lindstrom in. Spin move. Cuff. Help comes and he fights through it. And Tanner Cuff scores it off the window.
I tell you what, they got to figure someone else to try to stop Cuff.
And Cuff with a steal. Takeaway by Tanner Cuff. He's got 6. He goes ahead to Westball. Westball blocked by Lindstrom. Lindstrom rips the Red Rock real estate rebound. He wants to push. He's got to shoot. 1 second on the clock. I don't think it counts. I don't think it counts. They wave it off. Tucker Peterson 3 at the buzzer was just milliseconds too late.
Yeah, right after the buzzer went off, and the official was right on top of it.
Exciting first quarter. We haven't settled anything. No score between the Thunder, or 15-15. We're tied between the Thunder and the Flyers on the one-loss scoreboard back in 60 seconds.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
Yeah, appreciate Legend Solar, 360 products, and of course, solar leaders of Southern Utah. Check them out, legendsolar.com. 15-15, quarter number 2. Devin Dixon, Mike McGarry here courtside at Desert Hills High School. This game pacing a little bit behind the other ones, as it's already halftime between Pineview and Canyon View, and right now a lead for the Panthers. And I'll get you 30-21 the score in that game right now. At home, that's senior night for Pineview over there.
Yeah, it is. We're that time of the year.
Missed by the Flyers. Here comes Tucker Peterson. Drives the right side, left hand. Oh, it popped out. No good. Rebound, Tanner Cuff. Cuff racing ahead, 3-on-2. Cuff keeps it, lost it out of bounds the other way. Back. No, they say touched by Desert Hills. I thought Cuff lost the handle.
Yeah, and that's what the players are trying to explain to the official, that, hey, we didn't touch it. He fell down.
There's Tanner Cuff. Father, Ryan Cuff, who actually did not play for his dad. He resigned right when Ryan Cuff was entering high school. Longtime coach, though. Certainly you could categorize the Cuff family as a basketball family.
Amen to that one, yes.
Elbow to Cuff, give it back out now, set up out there by the R in Thunder at center court. Brody Henderson terminates, goes to Wilgar. Cox is back in. They lob it into him at the free throw line. Defense sucks in. Little scissor cut, but nothing there. Go back to Henderson. This time a cut is there. And really good, sneaky little bucket in traffic for Brody Henderson.
Yeah, nice shot by Brody. Got a nice little penetration and then somehow found a way to get it up and in.
And Dixie back up by 2, 17-15. Wilkins, left-hand shove, no. Gets his own rebound, goes right back up through Cuff and Cox's outstretched hands and draws the foul.
Nice job by Wilkins. I think he kind of lost control, as you called it. He switched to the left hand, really didn't have a good shot, but he stayed with it, went in and got the rebound and was fouled on the second attempt.
To the fabulous Freddy's free throw line goes Wilkins, one of the seniors on this team, and he missed it too strong, no good.
Again, you got to shoot free throws. I don't care when it is in the game, what quarter it is, what the score is. You better hit the majority of your free throws.
Wilkins, couple dribbles, sets his feet, flip of the wrist, and got the second.
You see that a lot. If they miss the first one, normally the next one goes in.
Early second quarter, 6:30 left on the Riverside Business Insurance clock. It's a 1-point game. Dixie has possession and the lead. Quick triple threat shot is good. It's a team D3 just beyond the line in the bottom of the corner, and Wilgar connects.
Yeah, they kind of backed off of him, and he thought, okay, I'll shoot it from here. Buried it.
6:12 and ticking. Second quarter, Weber drives, has a crease, challenges, off the window, too strong. Deep carom, though, tracked down by Wilkins. Desert Hills will reset. They have done better on the glass. You can tell they are focused on rebounding. Deep three, all red, Trey all red. We're going to be Team D3 treated the triple 2019.
Devin, they've sagged off of him, and you can't sag off on any of these guys. He knocked it down.
5:44 left, and it's 2019, and now Allred with a steal. Allred through a double team. No look pass, goes into Wilkins, blocked away and stolen by Wilgar. Peyton dribbling through traffic, gonna slow it up. Now he's gonna flip it, bottom up, behind everybody, offensive foul, take the bucket away. That's your Gallion Welker Beckstrom big hit, and Wilkins the guy to collect the charge.
And he knew it. I mean, he didn't even look back to see what the call was. We watch it again on the replay. He thought, yeah, he got there. Good call by the officials.
College NBA, he's in the restricted area. High school, there ain't one.
There isn't one, yep.
5:18 to go before half. Coming up, InfoWest halftime report. We'll take a look around the region, other scores. Team D3 by Weber off a curl, no. Rebound Bottoма. Bottoma head to Cuff. Cuff back to Bottoma. Little floater runner, no. Left it short. Rebound Ryan Mars. Hand off to Allred across the half court. Trey's going to have to go through everybody if he wants to score. He tries, can't. Putback, yes! That's Wilkins again with the putback.
Boy, I tell you, he's Johnny on the spot. He's just playing strong in the hole. Followed it, laid it up and in.
It's a fifth lead change of this game as Desert Hills is back on top, 21-20. Brody Henderson catch, shoot, left angle, three, no. Rebound already. Point guard's going to bring it up himself, and he's going to stop and accelerate. Now bounce it over to Weber. Weber baseline, Wilkins catch and shoot. Got it. Josh Wilkins has 5 off the bench all in the second quarter.
In fuego. Give me the ball. I'm feeding it. Knocks it down.
Really unselfish extra pass there to get the best look possible. Wilgar pump fake. No. Give it to Bottom and out of Cuff. Now swing it to Henderson. Right in front of Coach Turley. Now lob it inside to Cox. Allred sagging down to help. Cox gives it up. Henderson bounces it to Bottoма, collects it, goes up strong and scores it. Carson Bottoma.
Great ball movement by the Flyers. Is what they did is they Desert Hills dropped down, doubled up, and they saw the open guy and got it to him.
Brody Henderson really distributing right now.
Yep.
All the Flyers, for that matter, are really playing unselfish. Bottoma's got 8 points in this game. Cuff's got 6. Henderson's got 4. And Wilgar's got 4. Inside Mars, handoff, Wilkins, catches, shoot, not this time. Rebound, And a lead pass to Cuff. Cuff, step back, takes the three, splash! Team D3, selection, quality, price. Team D out of 48 East St. George Boulevard. Flyer fans loving it.
You know, I believe he's one of the few guys that can do that. That's just catch. He doesn't even hardly square up, but he knocked it down.
30-second timeout. We'll take it 25-23 on the one-loss scoreboard. Dixie on top of Desert Hills.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back, Devin Dixon, Mike McGarry. If you're looking to buy or sell in Southern Utah, RedRockRealEstate.com. Here's Trey Allred. Just hit a three. And now he's setting up the half-court set. Goes to Tucker Peterson. Peterson off a high screen by Mars. Mars rolls, nothing there. Tucker Peterson pump fake, leans into it. No, Cox with the rebound.
Almost shocked he missed it. That's kind of his shot. Get the guy up in the air, lean around, and pop it in.
Still a 2-point lead for Dixie, just under 3 to play first half. Carter Abbott's waiting to check in next stoppage. Cuff. Guarded by Weber. Now his hand off the bottom. He'll take the three, and he hit the three. Team D3 for Carson Bottoма.
We talked about the three being a key in this game, and right now it's kind of looking that way, although both teams are knocking them down.
Game high 11 for Mr. Carson Bottoma, the senior at Dixie High, and the lead, the biggest of the night. It's at 5. Lindstrom trying to answer. Jumper no, too strong. Block. Cuff blocked Weber as he grabbed the rebound, and they say last touch by Desert Hills.
Yeah, I think he blocked it right back into Weber and went off of him and out of bounds. Great, again, post play by Dixie as they just kind of sealed right around the basket. They couldn't get in.
2:20 left first half. 28-23 Flyers with possession and the 5-point edge. Henderson guarded by Allred. Goes to the high post. Handoff from there to Bottoma. Give it back to Wilgar. Got Tucker Peterson in his feet. And then gives it to Abbott. Abbott strong move. Got the friendly bounce. Carter Abbott.
Boy, talk about a pass once again by Peyton Wilgar. Almost a no-looker. Got it right where it needed to be.
Mars had it poked away. Right to Weber. Weber finger roll at the rim. Yes.
Good job, Johnny on the spot. Happened to be at the right spot at the right time. Laid it in.
Henderson runner. No, too strong. Rebound Weber. By the way, that last bucket by Weber, his first points of the night. Allred crossover, left hand. Oh, it popped out. Tipped out of bounds. Can they save it? And Lindstrom saves it. Yes, he does. Wow.
Wow.
That was a great chase down by Trevin Lindstrom. The junior driving, fadeaway. Count it if it goes, but it doesn't go. He'll head to the line.
Once again, Coach Cuff screaming for an offensive foul, but he's not going to get the call. And I'd be careful what you ask for, Coach. That's what to your kids, and I'm not picking on them. I'm just saying that's what the offense does. Yep. Lower the shoulder, bump them back.
1:23 left here in the first half. It's been fantastic. It's been all we thought it would be.
Yeah. 5-point game with a little more than a minute and 20 to go.
And this is the largest lead of the game either team has had. Lindstrom's going to miss the front of 2 foul shots. You're going to see Lindstrom a little bump with the body, not a lot. No coach wants to see that fouled, but that time they called it.
Yeah, his guy was moving too. I mean, I think it's an easy call.
And Lindstrom missed the second wide right.
And they were ugly.
Yes, they were.
Neither one of them looked good. Had no chance.
Here comes Dixie. Flyers up by 5. And Wilgar hits Henderson. Henderson trying to skip it down on the baseline. It's tipped, but it'll stay with the Flyers.
Yeah, good hustle once again by Desert Hills. Got back into position, got a hand up, knocked it out of bounds.
1:06 left. Cuff triggers it in right to Abbott. Abbott bounces it back out to Wilgar. So often we'll see Coach Cuff be very patient, hold for one, when his team has a lead with a minute minute 20 to go. Maybe not as much this year as we've seen in prior years. Wilgar run that weave.
As you bring it up, I think that's exactly what they're doing. They're into the weave.
Yep. If they overplay it and they get an easy bucket, they'll take it. They want to really stretch you out. Cuff going to take a three. He's feeling it. Nope. Sampson trying to grab the rebound. He can't get it. Abbott instead corrals it, and now the Flyers, with 30 seconds, can reset on offense.
Sometimes you just got to be lucky. That time the Flyers were, and they got the ball.
Wilgar to Cuff. Cuff to Bottomer. Bottomer didn't want to attack. The back out with 16 on the clock. And now a foul on Lindstrom on a reach-in. Coach Turley puts his hands up talking to Trevin like, why are you fouling with 15 seconds left?
Defense is one thing.
They had one
silly
to give.
foul.
They had one to give. If they foul again, it'll be a 1-and-1. 16 fouls for both teams. Henderson, Coach Cuff patting his head, wants a certain play. Cuffs, hand off to Wilgar. 5 on the clock. Deep three by Cuff. No. Rebound tipped around, and Tucker Peterson's just going to let the half come to an end. And Cuff actually fouls him. And I think there was a foul, but was there time on the clock?
Well, they're all going to leave the floor and hope that nobody noticed there, and the official did not make the call. I think you're right. I think he did. He came over, and I don't know how much time was on the clock. Here we see the replay.
1 second. There's tense. The bulk of it came after. The original reach-in was pretty nonchalant, but when Peterson did not give the ball up, now, I don't think there was any time. So we'll go to the half. 5-point lead for the Flyers. We'll come back. CEC TV will run some highlights. The swim team right now is getting honored as they are state champs. Peyton Plum was the anchorman on the relay. They won 2 of them, and he won the 200M. And there's Coach King and Coach Dana Caldwell. I'll tell you more about that when we come back. 2-minute timeout at the half on the one-loss scoreboard. 30-25. Flyers on the road have the lead.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. The big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
There is a place where young and old make connections. Where kids feel like grown-ups. And grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast. Where wonder is universal. And laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future. Families find each other. And feelings find their home. There is a place.
Retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing. After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak. And I appreciated it very much, the attention that was given. My name is Julius Gaines, creative writer, poet, photographer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Well, we had, while we were away, the swim team getting honored here at halftime, and now the state drill team, I believe, is getting honored, if I'm not mistaken, Mike, or is this something else?
Something else. I'm not sure what this is.
Maybe parents. They're thanking parents is what they're doing. Maybe thanking the parents of the drill team. I'm not exactly sure, but The drill team was going to be honored for. Well, this is the band. This is the band and their parents. Nothing like a good pep band in high school.
You're
sports.
right. Senior band and their parents. Way to go.
Yep. A lot of fun. A lot of fun here at the Thunderdome. 5-point lead as we officially welcome you into our InfoWest halftime report. InfoWest has everything you need from web design to tech support to the fastest Wi-Fi around Southern Utah. InfoWest.com. Check them out. Longtime great sponsor of our halftime show. Devin Dixon, Mike McGarry with you. Mike, what'd you see in that first half? And then we'll get into some of our Wilkinson statistics and some highlights.
What I saw was obviously some pretty doggone good basketball. I like the way both teams were playing, very up-tempo, strong to the board. Both were very good as far as the Team Diallo three-pointers. They knocking them down from both sides. I think the difference in the game right now may have been just that Dixie seems to be a little longer and a little bit better at that quick step to the bucket or the step back. And then I say that, and then Tucker Peterson's done that a couple of times. But I like what I saw. I think there was a great quarter, second quarter there, and Dixie came up with 5 more points, leading it now 30-25.
Now we've got our Shoot for Cash going on with High School Insider Magazine, trying to raise some money for some of the different athletic departments and school activities and whatnot. That's going on right now at the break. And let's take a look at first. Let me just update you. Third quarter is almost going to start, probably underway by now. Pineview surprising Canyon View at the pit 30-21. That was the halftime score. And if Canyon View High School wins, we know Snow Canyon going to be in trouble. O'Donnell, though, as they just started back up, just hit a triple as Canyon View had hit it to cut it down to 3. So it's a 6-point Panther lead early stages of the third quarter. The other game tonight, 21-19. Hurricane was down 16-6. They only gave up 5 points in the second quarter, so they're only down by 2 right now. 21-19. Cedar leading Hurricane.
Wow, that sounds like everything tonight. Great games. They're all close. Both teams in each place playing well. Hurricane at home, they know how to get it done. They've done it many times, and they got a lot to play for.
Shoot for Cash continuing here as Dixie at the half leads by 5. He just hit a three-pointer. Crowd loving that. Now we're back to the half-court shot. You're going to see him coming to our camera angle, and it's no good. He's got 5 seconds. I don't know if he can get to the line and then get it off or not. He's going to shoot it the other way. Good idea. And he almost made it. Almost made it. A lot of fun.
I like his thinking process.
Hey, a half-court shot's a half-court shot, which nobody said what end I have to shoot it at.
That's right.
Hey, let's take a look at our Wilkinson stats on this game. As again, Dixie by 5, which is good news for our Holbrook Asphalt big score dessert. We're pacing to get it, and that means Holbrook Asphalt, your leaders in HA5, will buy everybody free yogurt at Yogurtland after the game tonight, at least your first 5 ounces. So we'll keep an eye. We need over 55 points in this game. Take a look first for the Flyers on the road with the lead. Wilgar had 4. Bottoма had a game-high 11. Cuff had 9. Henderson had 4. And Carter Abbott had 2. And your Wilkinson statistics for Desert Hills. It was Ryan Mars that scored the first 8 points of this game. All those coming early and then didn't score the rest of the half. Peterson had 4. Lindstrom hit a 3. Allred hit a 3. And Weber has 2. One of the big surprises that kept Desert Hills' energy up in that second quarter was Joshua Wilkins off the bench. He had 5 points in about a minute span.
Yeah, it's like he just went in and said, okay, guys, I got this. They kind of took over. What he did is he played smart basketball. Got in good position, followed the ball, and just did everything right and got his 5 points.
Wilkinson's having a big sale right now with the weather great. Get over there and check out lights, fans, home decor, and more. A unique place to shop. As always, thank you, Wilkinson's, for some of our halftime individual scoring. As, again, Bottomo leads the way with 11, and it's 8 for Ryan Mars to pace the Thunder. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll talk second half adjustments. Before we go to break, though, we'll remind you when we come back, we'll also have highlights of this first half if you're just tuning in. Stick around.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to our set here of Talking Point Live. We're just getting ready to shoot our show, but we thought we'd put out a little bit of a promotion so you know when this is going to be rebroadcast.
Right. You can find us at 9:30,
12:30.
4:30.
Sorry. Did I step on you? I'm always stepping on you.
You are.
Tune in and watch me step on Jen Moore. On Talking
Or
Point Live.
attempt to, anyway.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Yeah, welcome back to the Thunderdome. Devin Dixon, Mike McGarry with you. Let's take a look at the highlights before we get ready for the second half. Henderson early on, nice little up and under. He had 4 points in the first half as the Flyers lead 30-25, and then Wilgar stepping out, showing his range.
Well, I like the way Wilgar plays. He can hit from anywhere, anytime.
Very unselfish first half as a team. Lindstrom and Allred, though, hit a couple of threes. There's a deep one for Trey Allred. The only points of the first half for Trey. But he was trying to push through and make things happen. And then Wilkins came in, had 5 off the bench with that nice little follow-up putback. Nice Red Rock Real Estate rebound. And then Henderson. And then I don't want to. Cuff's going to step back, hit the team D3.
He knows exactly where he wanted to be and what he was going after.
We're going to have more highlights coming up second half. Great job, everybody on our CEC TV crew on the television side. And Tucker Peterson catch. He's going to shoot a 3. No, Mars was there. But Bottom and Henderson missed communication, and they let it go out of bounds underneath the defensive end.
Yeah, I think they got the rebound, but as he turned to move, he bumped into his own player and lost the ball out of play.
Appreciate our friends at Porter's Smokehouse and Grill as Tucker Peterson curls and hits that mid-range jumper that he's so good at.
He is so good on that one. Just a nice, smooth move.
I was going to say after this bucket by Cox as he gets one. That's a great pass to find him under the bucket. So both teams exchange buckets. Porter's Smokehouse and Grill, new sponsor. They're up in Springdale. They just opened about a week ago. In the same location that old Wildcat Willie's used to be.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to drive a little to eat a lot, go check out our friends at Porter's. Shot up no good. Rebound cleared by the Flyers ahead to Cuff. Cuff behind the back fake, and he gets an offensive foul called on him, and they'll take the bucket away. Cuff is laying on the court with his hands up, expressionless.
Yeah. I think he could have done a lot there. It could have been travel. It could have been a foul. Watch him as he comes down. He hooks the ball around, runs over a guy. Does throw it up, and it goes through, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but
looked good.
The Gallion-Welker collision. And if you've been in a collision, make sure you call the accident attorneys at Gallion-Welker for a free consultation. I want to thank our trainers tonight from Intermountain Sports Medicine. They provide the trainers throughout Region 9. You got Mike Tolman for Dixie and Sean Norton for Desert Hills. Thank you, Intermountain Sports Medicine, for your continued partnership with ESPN Radio and Region 9 Athletics. Inside Mars, backing his way in. Cox blocks it. And Cox knocks it out of bounds.
You know, Cox and the entire Dixie team have really adjusted well. You mentioned early in the game, they go inside to Mars, and he made 3 quick lay-ins. He hasn't had anything since then.
Here's the trigger. It goes deep into Tyler Mars. Tyler Mars has not scored in this game so far. 7 points a game. It's been Ryan Mars that's played a little bit bigger scoring role during Region 9. And there's a give and go brother to brother, and he threw it out of bounds.
I think that's the one time that the other brother wasn't quite sure where that one was going. It was not a great pass. It was kind of at the feet of his brother Ryan down there.
That was how they started the game, though, as Tyler hit an assist to his brother, but that time couldn't connect. 32-27, Flyers lead is at 5. Both teams have had just one field goal here in the opening almost 2 minutes of game time action. Into Bodema. Double clutch shot anyway. No. Tip no by Cox. Rebound Wilgar. Third opportunity. He'll back it back out and reset. Now cross back over and attack. Flip it through the legs of Cox out of bounds.
Yeah, nice thought, bad execution. He looked up size, man, but it kind of got away from him, and he threw that like right through the goalpost.
So the Thunder a chance to draw closer, down by 5. Early moments here, third quarter. Packed house, standing room only. Weber catch and shoot, team D3, no good. Offensive rebound, Mars goes attack mode, and he's fouled. He is fouled by, I believe, Cuff. Tanner Cuff gets the foul.
Yeah, Cuff not happy with the call, but there's not many calls that he's really been happy with. Hey, I was right. And no, it's the foul.
Tanner Cuff certainly has next level potential. Only a junior, averaging 15 points a game. Had a career high 27 last week against Jackson last, in a game which Jackson had, I think, exactly the same, 27. Might have had a case that got ball there. Didn't look like much.
I'd say there was more of a little bump before that. I don't know what they called the foul on.
2 free throws good by Tyler Mars. His first points of the night, 32-29, as Peterson knocks it out of bounds. It's a one-handed bounce pass, really thrown off the leg of Tucker Peterson.
Yeah, he was trying to wrap it down low, get it underneath the cuff, but couldn't get it there.
Looking, Cuff goes corner to Wilgar. Wilgar on a bounce. Coach Cuff from the bench of the Flyers wants him to reset and run a play. Go inside the bottom, a nice catch. Back to Wilgar, pump fake to 3, drive the lane, slither, shot up, and a foul's called. Shot doesn't fall.
Good move, kind of like a little circle route there as he kind of came from the corner around, tried to go right down the lane, up and in, but he was bumped. But he'll get 2 shots at the free throw line.
Wilgar toes the line. I want to thank Intermountain St. George Acceleration as that first free throw is missed. A lot of our local athletes you see at the varsity level started as an underclassman or as even a youngster training at Intermountain. Alex Sampson, Ty Weber, Trey Allred, Trevin Lindstrom, Ryan and Tyler Mars, all among Desert Hills Thunders that trained at Intermountain St. George Acceleration. And a lot of Flyers too. Tanner Cuff trained there, Westfall, Prince, and Cuff gets the deflection and it goes to Wilgar. Here he comes. Ahead to Bodema, stops, pops, and hits. Carson Bodema, great body control. He's got 13, a game high.
Yeah, what a great job that time. He was trying to drive baseline. They cut it off, so we just stepped back, put it up and in.
Did Wilgar split those free throws?
No, he missed them both.
Okay,
yep.
I want to make sure I didn't miss one. 34-29. Flyers still lead by 5. Peterson leaves it for Allred in the corner. Pump fake. Ball fake, left him open, but he missed it too strong with the left hand.
I think he was surprised as we were that he got open.
Well, everybody wants to play the pass because you're a point guard. And when he ball faked and kept it, he was all alone. But I think because he ball faked so hard, he couldn't control the soft touch off that left-handed shot. Cuff step into a team D3, too strong. Rebound ripped down by Mars. Tyler Mars will give it to Allred to leave it for Peterson. Peterson spins away from a steal. Now whips a pass that's stolen this time by Henderson and Cox. They knock it down and take it away.
Wow, just great job once again of watching what he's doing. Stepped into the passing lane and come away with the steal.
Wilgar surveys the defense. Cox on the elbow. Cox to Cuff. Cuff has been really looking for his shot tonight. Wilgar passing up a 3. Give it back to Tanner Cuff. Cuff wants a screen, instead wants to give it to Wilgar. Wilgar gets it out to Cuff. There's a good look at the team D3, and he hit it. Tanner Cuff.
Yeah, he squared up that time. Got a great look, and he's been waiting for that one. Knocked it down.
He's got 12. Carson Bodema, Tanner Cuff have 25 of the Dixie 37 points so far in this game, and they have the largest lead of the night at 8. Mars trying to answer, and Tyler Mars does with the mid-range J.
Yeah, Tyler may be warming up now. You said he hadn't scored early, but he's starting to get a few points here, and they're going to need him.
Lindstrom and Wilkins set to check back in, as is Bennett for the Flyers. Wilgar drives, got Mars off his feet. Help comes from Tyler. Ball batted around, volleyballed, and finally controlled by Tyler Weber. He'll push ahead. Tyler Weber bumped, and no call. He'll leave it for Allred. Stop, pop, 3. Trader Allred hits it from downtown. A huge Team D 3. And the lead is back down to 3.
He just seems to be the guy that hits it when you kind of least expect it.
37-34. Dixie with possession and the advantage on the scoreboard. 2:22 to go, third quarter. Slowing scored a little bit, but now it's picking back up. And there's a 3 the other way. A Team D 3 by Wilgar.
Again, just a solid look. They kind of gave him just a little bit of space, and he took an opportunity.
Peyton Wilgar's got 7. 2 coming from beyond the line, and then
deep,
he's 1 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Driving, and the kick there on the roll. Mars bump, turnaround jumper, blocked and fouled, though, by the Flyers.
You know, we're seeing a lot of pretty good basketball here. It seems like both teams are looking for someone to pass to, and they're always looking for that little bit easier bucket. That was not the best pass, but he did get it to an open man.
And Brody Henderson did not like that call against him. That's his first personal foul. Henderson took a long, mad walk back out to center court. And Ryan Mars to the line, and too strong, no good.
Neither team shooting free throws well. Let's see if that comes back to haunt one of the two teams.
Appreciate Les Olson Company, one of our great local partners. Les Olson, copiers, printers, and more. There's the little unintentional bump, and then where was the foul? It had to come on the bump early, but I understand Brody's frustration there. Seems like they've kind of been letting him play, but that play maybe not.
Yeah, he got one of the 2 free throws, so it's a 5-point game.
Another first point for Ryan Mars since early first quarter. There's inside Cuff, no, but he's fouled, and Tanner Cuff will have a free throw attempt or 2.
You know, you like him or you don't like him, but I'll tell you what, Cuff is a smart ball player. He knows what to do. He knows when to lean, how to get it to look like a foul against the other guy, and normally he's right. He gets the calls.
Tanner Cuff, fabulous Freddy's free throw line. It's up and in. Regis Junior Flyers 10-0 in region play. They have not lost all year. There you see Cuff draw the contact.
See, he looked back and he saw the defender. He kind of gave him a little bump and put it up.
1:38 to go, third. Flyers are 10-0. They haven't been beaten. Thunder second place, 8-2. Flyers outright Region 9 champs. Don't have to share anything if they win tonight. And he missed that one, ripped down. A Red Rock Real Estate rebound by Tucker Peterson.
I was going to keep track of his rebounds, but I lost track a long time ago.
Backdoor cut. Peterson's fouled. Can't get enough room to score it. It's definitely intense down there tonight. A lot of hot competition, as they would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, he got a pretty good pass to get to the baseline, but a good job by the Dixie defense. They just left him nowhere to go.
Coach Turley and the Thunder down by 6, but Tucker Peterson at the line trying to draw closer, and the first one swishes in. And there you see a replay shot. Did he back under him, trying to box him a little, or was the foul earlier on the arm? I couldn't tell.
I think it was a bump, and you see they double teamed him, and actually Cuff was coming over, almost a triple team.
Allred and Lindstrom behind the free throw shooter. Tucker Peterson discussing what defense they want. Peterson, nothing but nylon again. He's got 8 points. And now they're going to show full court press, pick it up.
I think it's a good time to do it. They're down by 4. It's only a 1:27 to go.
Flyers break it easily. Wilgar had a 3, but he sets it up. And now Coach Cuff's going to slow it down, stretch them out. They'll start that little weave. They like to run a little clock, get the defense to overplay, and then they'll attack when they see an opportunity, or they'll be content to hold for one shot. 1:06 left third quarter. Flyers lead 41-37 over Desert Hills. Barber has a crease, going to take it, lay it up and in. Jacob Barton.
I think it's his first bucket tonight, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Nice time to come up with a couple of points.
That's why they like to stretch it out. And Desert Hills did not back down. And then they beat you off the dribble.
Yeah.
Peterson now off a high screen. Gives it to Tyler Mars. Mars takes contact, shoots it up, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line. Underneath official didn't have it. It came from the outside official.
I like to see this one replay. It's kind of hard to see exactly. I'm not sure the guy that fell back was actually the one that was had the foul called. Coach Cuff's definitely not happy with things.
No, sir.
Really hot.
Thought that should have been a no call.
Yep.
There's been a few that have been just a little tiny bit of contact, but in a game like this, the officials are at least trying to call it consistent. He wanted the offensive foul called, and the question is, did Mars lean in and really throw the shoulder in? And
that's a big miss.
Free throw up and no good. You could almost see where Coach Cup was pleading for the charge. There was a lot of contact on that second look. Tucker Peterson going to get a timeout. Mars for one more from the stripe, and he got it. Tyler Mars has 5, all coming in either late first half. He had a couple free throws, and the other 3 coming here in this third quarter. So the Mars twins have combined for 13. Bennett drives the middle, kick, open look at a team D3 for Cup, too strong. Rebound though, Bodema, and he got it easily.
Wow, just playing great position basketball. It was an easy rebound, and he was wide open to put it up and in.
45-38. Approaching 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Thunder will have the last shot. All red to Lindstrom. He's got to hurry. Inside to Mars. He's got to go up strong, and he does, and there's no contact. A little bit of contact you could say, but a foul wasn't called as he lost it out of bounds. The quarter comes to an end, and the Flyers stretch that lead out just a little bit. They led by 5 at the half. They lead by 7 right now on the Region 9 Radio Network. Desert Hills at home. Going to have to come back. Flyers lead by 7.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM.
Are we there yet?
Yep. We're here.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Yeah, welcome back, and Devin Dixon, Mike McGarry with you. Flyers by 7. Real quickly, Toby Potter hits a big 3, and Canyonview's up 52-51 right now. And Hurricane leads 37-33 at the end of the third quarter. Some updates brought to you by our friends at Hearst Ace Hardware. A variety of products at prices that please. Corner of Boulevard and Bluff, St. George, Main Street, Cedar City. So underway second half, Flyers on the offensive end. Passing it around the perimeter. They went to a zone, a 1-2-2 zone defensively. Coach Turley shaking it up. Bennett goes to the corner. Bottom is going to hoist the team D3, and he missed it. Rebound fought for. Henderson wins it, and he's fouled, and he got it. Brody Henderson with a strong move on an offensive rebound putback.
Wow, what a job by Brody. Backside rebound. He went up strong, kept it up high, popped it back in, and one coming up for Brody.
Wow, that was a tremendous effort. He had to wrestle it away from Weber just to win the rebound. And then once he won it, he was right there to go up strong. And Mars comes over and commits his third personal foul.
Then he knocks down the free throw. It is a double-digit lead for the first time.
Yes, indeed. It has never been as high as it is right now. 10-point advantage for the Flyers. Thunder need a bucket. Lindstrom going to take a three. He left it short. Rebound, Wilgar. And a quick one and done.
You know, I know you want to get back into it quickly, but there's a lot of time left in this game. And they don't certainly need to shoot long threes unless they got a good one.
Henderson played a great floor game tonight. Has a little room. Bounces it to Wilgar. Pass up a three to get Jace Bennett a better one, and he couldn't connect this time. Wilgar, offensive rebound. He'll go up strong, and he gets it.
Wow, it's like, that's my basketball. I'm taking it away. Wilgar ripped it out of the arms of the other team. 9
points tonight for Peyton Wilgar. His brother RJ was a Flyer, played football and basketball. Just got back from a LDS mission. Saw him at the game last week. Mars, hook shot, no. Rebound, Kopp.
Had pretty good position, but he kind of, I don't know, strong-armed it. Come up a little bit short.
6:12 to go. 12-point leads, the largest tonight, and Dixie wants more. Flyers are taking control of this one. Thunder student body section having a little chant off with the Flyers. Wilgar drives, hangs, knocked away, but Bennett goes and gets it. Another opportunity. Wilgar, three, short, air ball. Bennett chasing it down, and out of bounds off Bennett.
You know, I like everything Dixie did at that time, except maybe a little bit too quick on the shot that time. They've got the big lead, biggest of the game at 12 points, and they should have taken a little more time.
It's a full timeout brought to you by Porter's Smokehouse and Grill in Springdale. Now open. Go check it out. Drive a little to eat a lot. A smoker going for you. We'll take the break and back here in the fourth quarter with the Flyers up by 12, 5:45 to go.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
Welcome back. 5:42 to go. 50-38. As the Thunder need a bucket bad, they go to Tyler Weber, and he missed it. Tucker Peterson put back, got it. 50-40 now as the Thunder back within 10.
Yeah, great job that time. It crashed in the boards. The shot was off, but there were no less than 3 Thunder right there to put it back in.
Kopp, kick out. Flyers going to be pretty patient here, up by 10. 5:17 to go on the Riverside Business Insurance clock. If you're not getting a quote on workers' comp insurance from Riverside Business Insurance, you're probably playing too much. Give RBI a call today. Henderson, nice catch up high.
Man.
Flyers up 50-40. They want to pass more than they want to shoot here. Clock is their friend.
Yeah, very much. And right now the Thunder got to be really careful. They can't afford to give away any more points.
Henderson now holding. Already starts to count. Swats in the backside. He'll go double team Bennett. But it passed out of its bottom. And now underneath, all alone, Tanner Kopp. The Thunder defense got lulled to sleep.
Yeah, they kept pulling out, but what they forgot is, oh yeah, there's 5 guys on the other team, and Kopp was all alone.
52-40, Dixie leads Desert Hills. Kopp has 15, I believe, on the night. Another great performance from the junior. Lindstrom, all red, thought about the three. Now will drive, lob it, and it's poked away right to Kopp. I think Jace Bennett poked it to his teammate. Nicely done.
Yeah, nice job Well, that's the thing that they do, the little things, Devin.
Yeah, they're holding Desert Hills at home to 40 points with under 4 minutes now to play. Pretty impressive. They held Pineview to 27 earlier this year. Coach Cuff said at the time, I don't think I've ever held a team to 27 points in a high school basketball game. They held Snow Canyon to 32 earlier this year as well. Defense,
but they only scored 37 that game.
Yeah, that was a war on defense.
Yeah.
When did the Thunder start fouling, Mike, if you're Coach Turley?
Well, you don't want to do it too early, but you got to be a little bit careful. It's 3.5 minutes.
And they finally foul.
Yeah, there it is right there.
You worry about expending so much energy chasing out there, and the clock continues to tick down, and you're down 52 to 40. At some point, you got to try to get closer to the bonus if you need it.
Yes, it is. Right now, they're still 2 away.
Yep.
Actually, 3 away. They only have 4 fouls.
Yeah, that was their 4th foul, so
yep.
You probably go hard for maybe 15, 20 seconds, try to get the steal. If you don't get it, you probably got to foul again.
I think you got to start doing it, yeah.
Try to at least make the Flyers make some free throws while you still have enough time to get some offensive buckets. Cuff, 3, no. Tucker Peterson, Red Rock Real Estate, rebound into the front court. Tucker now going to use a screen by Mars. Probably was moving screen. Flip it to Tyler, reverse lane, good.
Beautiful recognition by Peterson. Got up and saw Mars underneath, and a nice job for the layup.
52-42. Dixie leads by 10. Maybe mark that one down if the Thunder can come back and complete a comeback. Maybe an Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game nominee there by the reverse.
That's a good one, but they need a couple more just like it. They've got to come with defensive stops, and then they've got to get points. 2, 3, it doesn't matter at this point. They got to close that gap.
Here we go. Elbow Bennett, back out Cuff. Cuff, flip it over to Wilgar. Now go to Bennett. Man, the Flyers are so structured in this spread, stretch you out offensive set in the half court.
Yeah, they're very good.
Playing keep away, hot potato style. They're up by 10, 2:20 to go. Finally, the foul comes.
About 2:20 to go, I think, and it's put up or shut up time.
And they still got one more before the Flyers will be in the bonus.
Yep.
I think timing-wise, though, that Coach Turley has left himself enough time. Sometimes you wait too long.
Yeah.
And there's the next foul, and now they're going to see some free throws, and it will be Bennett going to the line for Dixie High School, up 52 to 42.
And obviously, you know, I'm going to state the obvious, but if Dixie can hit free throws, this game is theirs. 2:16 is all that remains in this one.
Packed house here at Desert Hills, but the Flyer fans have made the trip over, have had the most to cheer about as Bennett goes to the Fabulous Fairies free throw line and got the first one to go.
Yeah, this is so cool. These guys don't get a lot of playing time, but when it comes their turn, they step up and make the best of it.
Bennett missed the second one, but an offensive rebound by Bottoма, and Coach Cuff calls a timeout. And exactly what Coach Turley was telling me earlier today in our locker room coaches' comments, we got killed on the glass, and it was a big reason why we lost by 2 at Dixie early this season, and that was a costly lack of defensive rebounding.
Yeah,
right there.
somehow was able to come from behind, go up and steal away that rebound without getting the foul.
Well, Snow Canyon gets their hopes alive. We're hearing Hearst Ace Hardware Region 9 update. Pineview wins 56 to 55. Ryan Hopper with the go-ahead shot for the Panthers, and Blackner had a chance at the rim late, and it did not drop. So the Panthers on senior night get a rare win for Coach Ryan Eves. It's been a little bit of a struggle this year. It's just their 4th Region 9 win. And for Canyon View, they're now 5-6. And you look at Snow Canyon at 4-7 right there. If Snow Canyon were to win and Desert Hills were to beat Canyon View, that might get Snow Canyon's hopes a chance at the playoffs. I haven't looked closely at the playoff tiebreaker scenario, but they'll be tied.
I know the two teams split, but I don't know where they go from there.
Yep.
Wow.
But I do believe that is a bit of a surprise. Canyon View drops that game by 1 point. Congratulations to Coach Eves and the Panthers. Hurricane Cedar is a tight one. And don't know if it's gone final yet, but we'll keep you posted. A whistle and a foul. And again, the Flyers led to the free throw line. They're up 53-42 here with 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in what is billed as our Findlay Volkswagen Game of the Week. The two top teams in the seeding in Region 9. And Mike, if you had asked me second half of the region season, if the Flyers could go 6-0 in the second half, I would have said, I don't know.
Yeah.
They had so many close wins in the first half. You thought somebody might get them at some point. But they're, 2 minutes away from having a chance to go perfect 12-0 if they can win this one and then beat Cedar on Friday night. Allred weaving through some traffic, wants to take the three, it's not there. Weber, he'll catch, he'll shoot, he'll miss, and rebound tip back out to Allred. He'll catch, he'll shoot, Team D3 no. Tucker Peterson can't grab the offensive rebound, and Wilgar secures it.
Wow, that's huge, and that rebound might be another big play we can take a look at. Because they had two good looks at deep threes. Neither one went down, but then a rebound by the Flyers, forcing a foul with only 1:44 to go in the game.
Yeah, and you kind of needed the threes there.
Yeah,
you didn't
you do.
have to have them, but they were good looks. And you don't mind if you're Coach Turley, that second one by Allred, that first one by Weber, they were both makeable shots, you could say.
And it's guys that can shoot the three. It's not like they're just flinging it up. Those guys know how to shoot it. This makes a difference, though, when you miss a couple of deep three Team Diato shots there. Then you go down the other end, and Ryan Cuff, Mr. Consistent, steps up, knocks down a free throw.
Cuff has 16 points tonight. It's a game high, and it'll stay at 16 as that one rims out no good. Here's Allred, shake and bake, drive ahead of Henderson, and off the window, good. Trey Allred giving a little glimmer of hope to the Thunder fans.
Yeah, that's a good drive, a quick bucket, and a timeout taken by Desert Hills.
54-44, 1:36 to play. We'll take a 30-second Porter Smokehouse and Grill timeout. They're up in Springdale and now open at Porter's. Back in 30 seconds.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
We're back, second to the last night of Region 9 basketball. Devin Dixon, Mike McGarry, part of our ESPN 97.7 sports team, and appreciate our friends at CEC TV. Go back about 5 years ago, we've hooked up to bring you the Triple Cast. And tonight, coming at you on radio, TV, and internet, and the Flyers trying to close this game out up 54-44. We've already had one mild upset tonight with Pineview winning by 1 over Canyon View. And there's a foul, and the Flyers will head back to the line. I'm being told that there's about a minute left. Hurricane is up by 2 at Cedar High School. It's 53-51. And right now, we've got a minute 27 left in this one.
Yeah, and this is the guy that hit a couple of minutes ago. Now he steps up and knocks it down. I was noticing that they got the ball into Cuff, and Desert Hills didn't want to foul Cuff. So they thought, he's probably going to knock him down, but they couldn't wait any longer. They had to foul as the time really now working against the Thunder.
So here's Bennett with the second one. And that one is good. And we've got 55 points on the scoreboard. At least that's good news for everybody.
There we go.
Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert is in effect tonight after the game. Or if you're listening on the radio, head over there right now and just ask for it at Yogurtland. Your first 5 ounces are free. And Tucker Peterson trying to get his team closer to 55. He nails a mid-range jumper. And the lead is back down to 10, 56-46. Flyers with possession and the advantage. Wow, a hook pass ahead to Bottoма. And he's fouled by Tucker Peterson.
What a look by Cuff. And that was, I believe, with the left hand. He baseball passed that one down to Bottoma. And Bottoma took it, and they had to foul to stop him. And that may be about it. With a 10-point differential, only $1.07 to go in the ball game.
And here comes Carson Bottomo, one of the 10 different seniors on Coach Cuff's Flyer team. That's a high number of seniors. What a pass by Cuff.
Yep.
It's like it's just a, a left-handed bowling fling.
Yeah, he did. And it was perfect.
Yes. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Amen. Oh, Bottomo missed them both.
Little window of opportunity as Bottomo cannot connect on either from the stripe. Tucker Peterson with a minute exactly to go. Going to take a deep jumper. No. Rebound. Red Rock Real Estate rebound. Huge one by Bottomo. Give it up to Cuff. Cuff will race ahead. He's bumped by Peterson. Gets it to Bennett. Now Henderson will hold with 45. And the Thunder's Tyler Weber will quickly foul Peyton Wilgar.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. See, they were waiting to get the right guy to get a hold of the basketball. I don't think he got enough time to worry about that. It's a big 10-point differential with only 44 seconds to go.
It's been an impressive game plan and execution of that game plan by Coach Cuff's kids again tonight, but another missed free throw. That's 3 straight. Wilgar will have one more. Appreciate Fabulous Freddy. Spew it up. Wash that car. Get that unlimited car wash club at either Southern Utah location. The second one's good for Wilgar. Wilgar having a pretty efficient night tonight. I think the free throw is the only knock on him.
Yeah.
He's hit 2 Team D threes, but he's only 2 for 5 from the free throw line. So 8 points for Wilgar. Allred now off the screen, working on Cuff. He's going to drive into Cuff, flip it up, and couldn't get it to go, but he's fouled. And with 36.6 seconds, Trey Allred of the Thunder will go to the free throw line, and the Thunder are down 57-46.
They're taking a lot of time, though, Devin. He's time down the court, and I realize you got to get open, but he's doing a lot of dribbling back and forth, and all of that chews up that clock, and it's just about beyond hope right now.
Allred missed it. The free throws have not been falling for either team. You know, this is a 3-point game with 2 minutes left in the third, but neither team has been able to really establish a lot of flow in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're right. It's been kind of ragged.
It was 37. There's been points into the third and into the fourth, but it's and now a miss again, and now a poke away out of bounds. Tucker Peterson deflects it right into the front row, and the Flyers will have it. Flyers are up 57-46, 34 seconds. Ahead to Bottomo. Lane is up and in. Carson Bottomo right there probably just sealed the deal.
Yeah, once again, they're looking up. They're keeping their head up. They're seeing they're breaking for the bucket. That, I think, was the final nail.
Tucker, jumper, good with 18 on the clock. He's got 14 points. He's got 6 here in the fourth quarter. And now there's a foul quickly, so we'll walk it down for free throws. Foul's going to be on Allred, and for Trey, that's number 5, so he's going to sit down. His night is done. Trey Allred has just fouled out with 6 points. And Sampson, the backup point guard, will come in.
That's the first time we've seen Sampson tonight, isn't it?
Saw him for just a quick stretch at the end of the half, and then he was back out.
Boy, and still the Flyers are missing free throws. They're going to win this game, I'm pretty sure, but they're giving up, keeping that door open. They're just missing opportunities to seal the deal, although I think it is pretty much sealed.
It's done, yeah, Coach Cupp thinks it is. He just emptied the bench and letting the crowd and the fans give their love to the starters. Henderson now will join the team on the bench, and Westfall, Barbin, Prince, Cox, and Abbott will check in for Coach Cupp. 14 seconds, 60-48. And a 3 won't go for Tucker Peterson's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Flyers.
Now they're going to reverse that now and give it. No, you're right. Touched by the Flyers. I thought they pointed the other way.
7.4. Flyers can smell it. Peterson 3, no. Rebound tipped around, and a foul with 1.4 seconds left on the clock, and we'll walk it down and go through the formalities of shooting free throws.
Yeah, that was just crashing the boards trying to get the ball. It is done, and Dixie's going to do it, Devin. They're going to remain unbeaten.
Yep. 11-0 for the Flyers. Pretty impressive. Flyers wanted that title so bad. So did the Thunder. They both were unscathed going to the semis last year. up north at Utah State University, and both lost heartbreakers. They had to play each other for third. The Flyers won on a buzzer beater, and Abbott hits 1 of 2, and that'll do it. Final 61-48. Dixie 11-0, Mike. How about them Flyboys?
You know, they're just doing everything they need to. Sometimes they don't look great. Sometimes they don't seem to play great. But they play good enough to get the win. Like I said earlier, there's a couple of games maybe technically they shouldn't have won it. They did win it. 8-19-3, 11-0.
Wow, fun night. Fun night tonight. A night in which Pineview upset Canyon View by 1, and Hurricane just locked their spot into the postseason by coming back to beat Cedar. Dixie, outright Region 9 champs, as they are now 11-0. The final once again on the one-loss scoreboard, 61-48. Desert Hills will drop to 8-3 in Region 9 play. We'll clean up everything with our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show, highlights, reaction, final Wilkinson statistics, plus a bunch of awards to hand out when we come back after this 3-minute timeout.
What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana.
$150/90.
180/111.
160/110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
There is a place where the desert comes alive, where rain breaks forth from solid stone and gardens spring from blistered rock. There is a place with enough color to make a rainbow jealous, where boulders are bigger than buildings and cliffs are higher than clouds. There is a place that will straighten your step, tighten your grip, widen your eyes, and open your jaw. There is a place.
Are we good?
Yeah.
There we are. Hi, I'm Eric Young.
And I'm Jennifer Kohler.
And this is, we're coming to you right before our show that we go live with Talking Point Live. And we just wanted to tell you to make sure you join us Wednesdays at 9:30, live coming to you from the studios of the CEC here on the campus of Dixie State University.
Yeah, and you can catch the rebroadcast at 9:30 when we're not live, and 12:30 and 4:30. Daily, weekly.
Daily? This is like way too much,
Yeah.
I think. But just in case you got something better to do,
yeah,
there's all those times you can catch it as well. Also, you can catch us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/TalkingPointLive and on the CEC YouTube channel. All right, see you there.
We're basically very catchable.
Well, you are.
Welcome back, everybody. What a fun night here, especially if you bleed Dixie blue. Flyers come into Desert Hills on the road and come out with their 11th straight win in Region 9 action. 61-48. Want to officially welcome you into the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry Postgame Report. Dr. Cody and his staff, leaders in all your family's dental needs. See why so many are choosing Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. The new patient special, exam, x-rays, and the cleaning for one low price. Call Johnson Pediatric Dentistry today. He's Mike McGarry. I'm Devin Dixon. And that was fun. Did get a little bit methodical there down the stretch. Desert Hills trying to string that game out. Actually, Dixie missed enough free throws that if the Thunder could have got some things to drop, you never know. They could have actually made this thing a little bit more interesting, but Dixie just pulled away and just had too good a defense tonight.
Yeah, they really did. And, but I got to tell you one thing. I think Coach Cuff's going to be talking, boys, let's go shoot some free throws. I mean, they can't afford to give up that many points down the stretch because they really did give it away. But at the end of things, it didn't make that big a difference because Dixie, you're right, played great defense, shut them down when they had to. I thought the inside play, I was a little surprised. I just don't think that the inside game at Desert Hills tonight was as strong as I thought it might have been.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Tyler Mars, 7 points, Ryan Mars, 9 points, but Tyler Mars didn't score until late first half, and Ryan Mars had 8 of his 9 within about the first 3 minutes of this game.
Right.
It wasn't consistent points in the paint at all. Most of Desert Hills' scoring had to come from around the perimeter. A lot of mid-range jumpers from Tucker Peterson, who had 14 points. He's probably your dad's trucking player of the game for Desert Hills, but I really felt like Carson Bottom, my probably favorite, him or Tanner Cuff tonight. One of those two, your dad's trucking player of the game tonight for the Dixie Flyers. I'll let you have the final say. 17 for Bottom, 16 for Cuff, so really scoring pretty even.
Yeah, it's a toss-up there, isn't it, between the two? And it was kind of like they were on opposite ends of those great plays. One guy throws, the other guy catches and lays up. But I'll tell you what, I just think that, in my mind, Bottom may have edged him out tonight for the player of the game.
Yeah, Cuff did have a nice night, though, and when they needed some big shots.
He got them.
Yeah, but Bottom, hit a 3. Cuff hit 2 threes. Wilgar hit 2 threes. That's the one thing that's kind of been a little bit lacking is consistent shooting from outside. They're not a three-point shooting team per se. They don't shoot, 15 out of 29 a night. But when they do hit 5 threes in a game, that's a huge outing. And it showed on the scoreboard 61 points on the road against no slouch on the defensive end in Desert Hills.
Yeah, that's right. Dixie came. Dixie did what they had to do to get the win.
Let's take a look at our highlights here, and we'll hand out a few more awards. And this is the second half highlights. And there's the mid-range game.
That's where he is so good, isn't he?
Wilgar in transition. There's Bottom. The body control to hang and turn that into a jumper instead of getting a charge or a block. He really has the range there shown by Cuff. Deep 3.
Yeah, he'll shoot and can shoot from anywhere.
Here's Allred. Stop, pop, and, drop. Team D3 for Allred. All 6 of his points on 2 3-point field goals. But Wilgar, I thought, was great tonight. He had 10 points in this game. And there you see Barber in a nice little run.
Nice little drive up the middle. Good ball handling.
And then that might have been the biggest Red Rock real estate rebound. Brody Henderson and 1. Maybe your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game. Because at that point in time, it was still pretty early in the fourth quarter. And then Dixie just continued to keep their distance with plays like that to Tanner Cuff.
Yeah, stretched it out, and forced them to do some things they didn't want to do and got some easy buckets.
I forgot Allred did have 8 on that little lay-in late, but there's a rip and a nice catch in traffic, and then the finish by Bottom, exclamation point, Flyers win.
Yeah, I think that's why I think he also can be our player of the game tonight. He's a very heady player. He knows where to go, where to be, how to get open and get the layup.
Gas Trucking delivers you Carson Bottom tonight. Shelled it out, scored it with 17, and played some pretty darn good defense as well. As for your Jimmy John Super Sub of the game and your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game, I think we might have just seen the Playmaker play of the game.
I agree.
Brody Henderson.
I agree. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Brody Henderson, AWP Playmaker with the and 1 late in the fourth quarter. He did have 9 points, which is about 5 more than his season average. Anything he gives you over his average is pretty good because he's more a distributor and a hard-nosed defender. And the points were there as well tonight for Brody.
Yeah, those are big plays because they really grabbed the team and kind of boosted him up. Nobody expected him. He went down, did what he had to do, got the and 1, and it made a big difference kind of turned them to where they ended up.
Go see the boys who sell GE, Samsung, and more, AWP, across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Contractors, homeowners raving about the selection quality you get at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Go see my friends Jesse, Shane, Clint, all the guys at AWP. Let's take a look at our Jimmy John's Super Sub of the game. You got Wilkins had 5 in the first half, and then you had Abbott that came in and gave you 3 field goal and then split a couple free throws late. And I'm probably going to go Carter Abbott because his team won the game. But Wilkins did keep them within 5 by having 5 points all coming in the second quarter.
He did a good job, but it was early in the game, and it made a difference at the time, but there was no consistency later on. So I like what Abbott did.
I like that hook shot he made right when he checked in.
Right.
And then when he got in down the stretch, he went right to a move and got to the line. So let's go Carter Abbott, your Jimmy John's Super Sub of the game. Jimmy John's 4 Southern Utah locations. Order online, eat fresh, or get it fresh with Jimmy John's Life of the Party. They deliver so quick. The other day I called for an order, and they were there in less than 7 minutes, Mike.
That's freaky
with my
fast.
number 4. That is freaky fast, everybody. Thank you so much to Jimmy John's. For us, we've got more broadcasts coming up on Friday night. Friday night, the regular season winds down. We've got Snow Canyon and Hurricane. We've got Dixie and Cedar, but we might switch because Canyon View, from what I understand, has to beat Desert Hills to ensure they're going to the postseason. So we'll make some decisions and we'll officially let you guys know for Friday night, because we want to bring you the most compelling and meaningful games to wrap up your Friday night. We know Dixie's got to go for undefeated, so that's still compelling for all you Flyer fans out there. So we'll see. I think Hurricane locks in tonight with their win on the road at Cedar City. So maybe we'll see. We'll see. For Mike, Devin, thank you so much to all of our great sponsors, CEC TV, all our online and television audience for joining us on a Wednesday night. Again, the final 61-48 here in our Findlay Volkswagen Game of the Week. The Flyers are your outright Region 9 champs. And we'll talk to you guys more on this game tomorrow morning on 890 AM 94.9. Mike will have a little breakdown in his local sports reports. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll have more reaction to all the games from 4 to 6 right here on ESPN Radio. We're going to go ahead and get you a quick break. Paul back in the studio, if you can give us about a 60-second break, and then merge with the Utah Jazz. There's about 10 minutes left. Jazz are actually trying for their 11th straight, and I think they're up 2 right now over Phoenix. So we're going to get you the conclusion of the Utah Jazz. So quick Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Flyers win at 61-48, and go get your Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert right now at Yogurtland. All you got to do is ask for it. First 5 ounces are free thanks to Holbrook Asphalt. Go get it, and we'll see you on Friday.